You know what that means when you hear the turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, and welcome into our final Pick 6 of the season. The holiday is always bittersweet because, yes, we get to eat all the food, which is nice, but it's also the final day of the high school football season of the year.
It is, and we want to say that we are thankful for our crew here at ABC6, everyone who's helped us out with Pick 6 throughout the entire week as we wrap up this season here. Minus Fairhaven, that's a team from our area. They'll be playing at Gillette for a Super Bowl next week, but for all the other teams, today was about pride, bragging rights, and the last day on the gridiron for these kids.
We're fortunate in this area to have a lot of history when it comes to these showdowns on Thanksgiving, and that includes where we start our show, the 104th Thanksgiving meeting, a matchup dating back to 1911 between the Stonington Bears crossing the border from Connecticut to take on Westerly, and the Bulldogs sending a message, taking a giant stuffed bear onto the field with them, and it didn't even take until kickoff that thing to be unstuffed.
Well, turkey gets stuffed, bear gets unstuffed.
Yikes.
Today.
Well, when the game started, the home team sending a message with its play. On the third offensive snap for Westerly, Romello Hamlin takes the screen pass, break and tackles, goes 73 yards to the promised land. That is a statement. Just like that, Bulldogs up 7-0. After the Bulldog defense makes a stop, Westerly a short field and taking advantage again. Pass over the middle to Eric Fusaro. The senior captain moves the chains after the yak, yak, yak. Points the right direction, and then that turns into a short TD run for Terrell Hill to make it a 14-0 advantage. Westerly runs away with this one again this year, 51-30, the final. Ian.
A rivalry still going strong since 1929. LaSalle hosting East Providence, as always, on Thanksgiving morning. Thanks to photographer Matt Leary for these highlights. First quarter, the Rams strike first on their home field. The handoff goes to Charles Sage. He's in there for the score. 7-0. LaSalle is on the board. The Townies would respond, though. They take the lead late in the second quarter. Jacob Duarte throws for Cameron Evora. EP looking like it would take the lead into the locker room, up 14-10, but not so fast. LaSalle grabs that lead back with 2 seconds left before halftime. Antonio Bearden with the TD catch through two Townie defenders. That would end up being the difference as LaSalle defeats East Providence for the 6th straight year, 17-14.
In a rivalry that dates back to 1948, a matchup we saw in the D3 playoffs a few weeks ago, too. Coventry hosting West Warwick. Oakers had a 2-point fourth quarter lead on Thursday morning, but the Wizards taking that playoff matchup recently and taking the ball back here in the fourth. Alex Medeiros grabs a fumble on the 1-yard line as Coventry was trying to put this one away. So, still hope for the visitors. But 3 plays later, the home team takes it right back. Adriel Sakal, the strip sack, it's a fumble. Nathan Petraka recovers it in the end zone, 4-6, and he's doing snow angels like he's Lonnie Paxton in 2001. That's a reference. Coventry adds a 2-point conversion to make it 24-14. And then how about this? On the final play of the game, Coventry senior Tino Almeida, a valued member of the Oakers squad, takes the handoff, and he could go all the way down the field for the game-clinching TD. Tino and his Oakers teammates celebrate the score, and they celebrate keeping the trophy in Coventry. For a 5th year in a row, Coventry wins it on Thanksgiving in 2023, 30-14, the final. Great scene there, Ian.
For sure. Cumberland Woonsocket here in the fantastic annual halftime tradition, the Drum Battle. We did not flip our camera. Do not adjust your TV screens. Yes, he is hanging upside down. Great show, and then a slam dunk to end it. This here before halftime, though, Woonsocket stopping Cumberland on 4th down. Michael Siquitini wrapping up the quarterback down by the goal line. The Villanovans going to halftime up 18-0. But the Clippers come out of the locker room with some fire. First drive of the third quarter. Andrew Nocera scores on the sweep, avoiding the shutout, but the Villanovans pull off the upset of the D2 finalists. 22-15 Woonsocket, the final.
Smithfield on the road for Thanksgiving morning to take on the Division IV champions North Providence. The Cougars crowned last weekend with a win over Davies and still soaking in that glory. Late second quarter of this one, Cougars extending their lead, going to the air. Jaden Allard throws for Luis Baez down the field, and he's got it. He's in. Touchdown 14-3 NP at the break. Second half, Sentinels would score in a mishap, though. Bad snap on a punt. Sentinels trying to chase the ball down here for 6, and it ends up being just 2. A safety through the back of the end zone makes it 14-5. That kid's like, oh, man.
Gotta be faster than that.
It happens, but the Cougars responding later on a turnover. Emmanuel Lajofi picks up the rock, goes the distance, a scoop. 6! Yeah.
And a big boy tutty.
North Providence tops off its championship season, a Turkey Day win, 27-11 the final.
He gets a drumstick at the table tonight for that one. The Falcons band high above Cranston Stadium for the City Cup battle between Cranston West and East. This was a great game. East down 22-16, that is, until Ethan LaCour goes deep for Armand Reed. Perfect throw, perfect catch. He's gone. Cranston East gets within 2. They would take a 26-22 lead. Falcons down 4 with 3 minutes to play. Ant Salas turns it up, and his teammates turn up. That's the game-winning touchdown. Cranston West wins it 28-26. Thank you to Tony Barretto, SVISports.com, for getting these highlights after he baked the breakfast bread this morning. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony, for your help all season long.
The David Bucky Hebert Trophy on the line between Burrillville and Ponagansett. Hebert, once a coach at both schools. Pono trying to mount a late comeback against Burrillville. Swing pass sniffed out by Riley Hebert. He wants to win the trophy with his family's name on it. The Broncos holding the Chieftains to 7 points, trying to run the clock out, but the Pono defense putting forth an effort here. Jake Phillips in on the hit. But the Hebert Trophy stays in Burrillville, his family handing the hardware off to coach Gennaro Ferraro. The Broncos win it 28-7.
Just the 5th meeting ever on Thanksgiving Day between Charahoe hosting this year and East Greenwich. The Avengers 4-0 on Turkey Day against the Chargers coming into Thursday. Charahoe looking to change that this year. Third quarter handoff to Ben Donahue. He backs his way back into the break of the plane. Official on the goal line. Yes. Raises his arms, touchdown Chargers, 14-7 the lead for the home team. EG staying in this one, slowing down the Chargers later in the third. Long throw down the field, picked off by Ryan Sheeran, thinking out loud, so the Avengers get a stop, but they wouldn't be able to score again. And it's Charahoe taking it this year, 21-7, getting that first win for the Chargers in this young rivalry. Ian.
The hunt for Hilda in Massachusetts, North Attleboro versus Attleboro for the 102nd time. The Blue Bombardiers on offense, getting the pitch out to Adrian Rivera, and through the pile, he keeps crawling here like a lion down on his paws. Then he gets up and sprinting up the sideline, makes another man miss, going inside, finally brought down. His team would be rewarded for the efforts. Big Blue goes up 7-0. In the second quarter, Red Rocketeers reaching for the end zone. Chris Hanowich across the goal line. The side of his helmet reads, "Drip." Look good, play good,
Like
buddy.
it.
North takes the lead in the fourth quarter and holds on to win this one, 20-15. One of the longest standing rivalries in Massachusetts, Durfee hosting New Bedford, tied up in the final minute of the first half. The Hilltoppers going up top on the QB sneak. Landon Noquera reaches across for the touchdown. The home team takes a 1-score lead into the break. Later on, New Bedford down a point, a wide open gap for Jaron Goodine to run through. The Whalers go up 26-21, and that's the final score. NB wins number 131, 26-21 with that second half rally.
Thanks for watching Pick 6 all season long, everybody. For Ian Steele, I'm Nick Hoyt. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.